have we been expiring perfectly good drugs? Would you spend a rupee if it saved you 677 rupees? Eagerly, perhaps. The US Department of Defense has been saving billions of dollars for 30 years by continuing to use expired medicines in its stock after testing them. Last year, the tests part of its shelf life extension program cost $3.1 million and saved $2.1 billion. Are drugs safe to use past their expiry date? If they are, why do they come printed with expiry dates only 2 to 3 years from the date of manufacture? A recent article on ProPublica, that drug expiration date may be more myth than fact, shows why drug companies ought to revise their expiry schedules. Wendley Cantrell, a toxicologist who helps run the California Poison Control System, and Roy Gerona, a University of California, San Francisco researcher who specializes in analyzing chemicals, started testing leftover stocks of pills from the 1960s. They were surprised to find that a dozen of the 14 compounds were still as they were when they were manufactured, some at almost 100% of their labeled concentrations. You followed the EpiPen controversy. Manufacturer Mylan increased the price of the life-saving injection from $100 to $600 in 7 years. You would know how wasteful expiry dates would be in its case. But when Cantrell and Gerona tested 40 EpiPens that had expired up to 4 years ago, they found that 24 of the 40 expired devices contained at least 90% of their stated amount of epinephrine, enough to be considered as potent as when they were made. All of them contained at least 80% of their labeled concentration of medication. Not only were the injections old, they had been stored suboptimally in places like the bathroom or a car glove box. In an emergency, these expired medicines could have saved lives. The term expiration date was a misnomer, says the article. The dates on drug labels are simply the point up to which the FDA and pharmaceutical companies guarantee their effectiveness, typically at 2 or 3 years. But the dates don't necessarily mean they are ineffective immediately after they expire. Even manufacturers sometimes show expiry dates are not cast in stone. That's what happened in June, when Pfizer extended the expiry dates for batches of its injectable atropine, dextrose, epinephrine and sodium bicarbonate by 6 months to a year because of shortages. Cantrell and Gerona had published their findings in Archives of Internal Medicine in 2012, but the arbitrary way of setting expiry dates has not changed in the 5 years since. Pharmaceutical companies obviously don't want drugs to live longer because that will hit their replacement sales.